On the air for more than 70 years, this is television's oldest and most successful real estate program, The House Detective. The House Detective is brought to you by Axia Home Loans, White Lotus, Loca Tile Group, Nicole Williams State Farm Office, First Centennial Title, Campbell's Carpets, Accent Window Coverings, Norwalk Furniture Gallery, Master Service Plumbing, Scott Roofing, Nevada Custom Closets, Flowers by Patty, and featuring homes from RE/MAX Professionals. And now, here's third-generation house detective, Greg Newman.
Good afternoon and welcome to The House Detective. Thank you for joining us here on a holiday weekend. We've got a packed show and we're going to get started by showing you the newest community to the show. It is Juniper Village and we welcome back Lifestyle Homes. Now if you want to see these homes, I recommend setting up an appointment. You'll see the phone number up on the screen as well as the website. It's Juniper Village with our old friends Lifestyle Homes getting things started here on The House Detective.
For more than 35 years, we've built communities with schools, parks, and even a fire station. It's so that when you move to our family-built neighborhood, you'll feel right at home. And now, as we move into our next phase, we offer new plans with exciting new features, and we're offering 2.5% commission. Come see our newest collection of family-built homes. Juniper Village by Lifestyle Homes.
They take care of the job at your house in a very succinct amount of time. They have it down to a fine science of what it takes to get done in a certain amount of time, so they don't waste your time or your money.
One of the very, very few companies that use non-toxic biodegradable products.
Because they are trustworthy.
Exquisite home cleaning is a White Lotus. It's not just the attention to detail, but it's the unexpected.
This portion of The House Detective is brought to you by RE/MAX Professionals.
We're in the heat of the summer, and if you're thinking about, I want to move a little bit later on, what should I be thinking about in advance? We've got some advice for you. Brought in a couple of professionals from RE/MAX Professional. I've got sitting with me Johanna and Robert. All right, guys, when it comes to listing, first bit of advice you give somebody?
I would say professional photos, definitely.
You got to make those photos pop, because when somebody's just scrolling along or they see it on the show, if they're good looking pictures, you know it's a good representation. With those photos, Robert, it's got to look good in the room, right?
It's got to look good in the room, and you've got to have an agent that has a marketing plan to put those photos out there and get you maximum exposure.
That's a big part of it. There you go, a little advice. Now we're going to show you some homes from RE/MAX Professionals. Number one, who's got that?
If you're looking for a newer single-level home close to wide open spaces, home number one in Spanish Springs may check all those boxes with one major feature as well. The first thing you'll notice when you step inside this 4-bedroom, 3-bath home is the large great room with tall ceilings and tile floors. A part of that great room is the kitchen that's been finished with granite, stainless steel appliances, and a large island. Before you head out back, stop by the separate next-gen suite with a kitchenette and separate entry. But the backyard is impressive with a paver patio, raised garden beds, and a fire pit. This over 2,500 square foot home has the asking price of $809,000. For more information about living in Spanish Springs, contact Margaret Fennell at RE/MAX Professionals. Margaret can tell you more about home number one.
Let's stay in Spanish Springs for a beautiful home in another newer neighborhood. Home number two has a low water use yard and is ready for a quick close. This 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath home is all about the great room, with lots of windows and finished with plank flooring. The kitchen has quartz countertops, an island, custom lighting, and custom tile backsplash. For some added space, there's a bonus room upstairs that could be a media suite, home office, or the kids' retreat. The backyard of this over 32 square foot home requires little water with sport turf and a covered patio. The asking price is $800,000, and you're close to some of the area's newest schools. Want to know more about this Spanish Springs home? Call Sandy Gabrielli. Sandy at RE/MAX Professionals has more about home number two.
The opportunity to enjoy million-dollar views for a fraction of the cost. What we are calling home number three is almost 14 acres to build your dream. Located north of Reno in the Red Rock area, you're not far from Pyramid Lake and 395, and there is no HOA to impede your creative ideas. This spot is perfect for the Northern Nevadan that's looking for open spaces to enjoy horseback rides or a starry night. This great investment opportunity has the asking price of $118,500, and there is electricity ran to the property. If you're interested in this amazing opportunity, call Colin Filsinger at RE/MAX Professionals. Colin can tell you more about home number 3.
This is a peaceful neighborhood that backs up to open space, and you're not far from the fairways of Dayton Valley Country Club. The location of home number 4 sets the scene, but the price will surprise you. This popular 4-bedroom, 3-bath home greets you with an impressive staircase and a formal sitting and dining area. Move to the kitchen that looks out to the family room with access to the backyard. This over 2,500 square foot home has space for your RV, and there's oversized 3-car garage. Now here's the best part. The asking price is only $499,000. For more about living in Dayton, call Christy Fernquist at RE/MAX Professionals. Christy has more information about home number 4.
Let's stay in the quiet community of Dayton. Home number 5 is located just past the fairways of Dayton Valley Country Club on over 2 acres. We'll start inside of the single-level, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a step-down family room with wood stove as the focal point. There's an updated kitchen with stainless steel appliances, quartz counters, and a breakfast nook. There's a game room that's perfect for the big game on TV. But it's the spaces outside you'll appreciate. You'll find an impressive patio with a fireplace and outdoor kitchen. Move further to find a shop, hay storage, corrals, and a well house. There's over 2,800 square feet of living space. Add the open spaces outside and this home feels much bigger. This high desert estate has the asking price of $945,500. Want to know more about this Dayton estate? Call Jody Foley. Jody at RE/MAX Professionals can tell you more about home number 5.
Enjoy a setting in pristine forests with views of the Sierras from home number 6 in Verdi. With deer roaming the neighborhood, this is a special home in a truly special setting. This 5-bedroom, 4.5-bath home in Lakeview Estates in Verdi starts with grand living spaces with picture windows and fireplaces in both the sitting room and the family room. The kitchen is stocked with live-edge granite countertops, high-end appliances, and naughty alder cabinetry. The primary suite has a spa-like bath, but it's the outdoor space that will truly captivate you. Start with the outdoor kitchen with TV, granite, and refrigeration. There's a majestic in-ground pool, and the water feature finishes the setting to this over 3,700 square foot home. The asking price for this Verdi opportunity is $2,650,000. For more information about this Verdi home, you can call Jim Elliott. You can reach Jim Elliott at RE/MAX Professionals for more about home number 6.
Jim would love to show you that beautiful estate out in Verdi. We brought you down to Dayton. We showed you all sorts of spaces throughout Northern Nevada. That's what RE/MAX Professionals does. Great stuff. Thanks.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
All the information as well. Now we're going to remind you that we recommend First Centennial Title when it comes to finishing this process. They bring it all together and they do it smoothly. Here's First Centennial Title on the House Detective.
First Centennial Title has called Nevada home and has been at the forefront of Northern Nevada property transactions for over 40 years. Our in-house team of title, escrow, and real estate professionals work together to provide our clients with the resources and services they need to purchase a home and close a real estate transaction. There's no question a lot goes into the home buying process, and First Centennial Title is here to streamline the closing.
We are First Centennial!
Ryder Homes has been designing and building award-winning communities for over 60 years now. And we're just getting started. Now building in Sparks, Carson City, State Line, and coming soon to downtown Reno, Nevada. Learn more at ryderhomes.com/Nevada.
For more than 30 years and 3 generations, Campbell's Carpets has been freshening up homes in Northern Nevada. Step into their showroom to find an extensive selection that's sure to fit your budget. They feature name brands like Shaw and Mohawk. Your home will never look so good. Looking for hardwood? Campbell's can help there too. They have a large selection of hardwood and they do all their own installation. It's family run and locally owned. Campbell's Carpets.
This portion of The House Detective is brought to you by Axia Home Loans.
We've talked many times about the fallacy of needing 20% down when it comes to getting to your next home. We've got so much more information than that. We've brought back in Kim from Axia Home Loans. Let's talk about Launchpad.
Yes, it is offered. It's a first-time home buyer program offered to our Nevada families that are low to moderate income, which is great.
And the big part of it is all about a down payment assistance program.
Correct.
Meaning what?
It means that they're going to give you 4% of the loan amount to offer for down payment assistance. So it's in conjunction with an FHA loan. It's in rural areas. So let's talk about that.
Rural areas, we've said in the past, does not mean out in the middle of Eureka County.
Correct. It means Washoe Valley, all of the city of Sparks, any part of Sparks, Cold Springs, Fernley, Fallon, Dayton, all of our outlying areas.
It basically means not Reno Metro and not Vegas Metro.
Correct. And so for the regular Metro, Nevada Housing Division has some great options for that. But this particular program is offered through Nevada Rural Housing Division, Launchpad, and it is for the first-time home buyer, which definition is haven't owned a home in the last 3 years.
Let's talk about the 4% down. For most of the first-time homebuyer programs, it's 3% down. Does this mean you also get help with closing costs?
Great question, but it's an FHA and it's actually 3.5% down.
Okay.
So the other 0.5% can use towards fees, towards closing costs.
Closing cost fees.
Right.
The idea is you can get into this with a lot less money than you think.
Correct. And I just penciled one out where we had a seller concession. It turned out that the buyer only had to come in with about $250, which was amazing. And they offer a lower than market interest rate, which is also another caveat to this program that makes it amazing. It does have a 5-year commitment period.
Okay.
So that period means that for 5 years, if you sell or refinance the loan, you do have to give the money back.
Okay.
But if you stay in the loan for 5 years, it's free money.
I was about to say, you don't have to pay it back. It's all part of a grant program, and they have established this grant, and that's where these funds come from, right?
Right. And it's income based, right? So, and I brought my little cheat sheet,
Okay, let's hear it.
1 to 2 for families in Washoe County with 1 to 2 people, it's $115, $418 for household income, which is very flexible. For 2 or more people, it's $132, $731. Then you get into other counties like Douglas, and it goes much higher. The amounts go higher. But what it means is we can help Nevadans get into homes.
That's what it means. Nothing more to it than that. If you want to know more about Launchpad, you can sit down with Kim. How they get in touch with you?
830-0955.
Kim Petrie with Axia Home Loans, giving us information about a low down or no down program called Launchpad. That's what they need to ask you about, right?
That's correct.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to remind you that Norwalk Furniture Gallery has their big moving sale going on now, up to 60% off, and they have outdoor furniture available as well. Here's Norwalk Furniture Gallery on The House Detective.
We're more than just a furniture store. We can help transform your home or your room. Hi, I'm Michelle, owner of Norwalk Furniture Gallery and Accent Window Coverings. We offer competitively priced flooring, area rugs, furniture, art, unique accessories, and window coverings. Best of all, we can help pull it all together with our free in-home interior design services. We are located on South Virginia in the Winters Crossing Shopping Center. Come visit Norwalk Furniture Gallery today and let us help you create the perfect space.
Tucked between Nevada's oldest settlement, the natural beauty of the Carson Valley, and the fairways of Genoa Lakes is Mountain Meadow Estates. This neighborhood of semi-custom homes will offer 4 different creative designs with separate elevations. At Mountain Meadow Estates, you're just steps away from the fairways and minutes from the charm of Genoa. Located just off Jacks Valley Road in Genoa, it's Mountain Meadow Estates, presented by Carter Hill Homes.
Change happens in our community and with your family, and so do your insurance needs. I'm Nicole Williams, your local State Farm agent. My team and I are here 5 days a week to help with your changing insurance needs. We're committed to personal service, so when you call, stop by, or set up a virtual appointment, we can create a plan that's right for you. Call to make an appointment or stop by our convenient Midtown office to see if we can save you some money on your auto, home, or life insurance needs.
This portion of The House Detective is brought to you by Better Homes and Gardens, Draculich Realty.
Better Homes and Gardens, Draculich Realty always brings us exquisite listings. This week is no different. Brought back in Johanna is joining us to show us some of these incredible listings. You guys always feature amazing stuff. That's all part of the deal, right?
There's so much great stuff on the market right now. If
There
you are
really
looking for a home in all price ranges, there's some great homes to be found.
There you go. You heard from somebody that's working the market every day. Let's see number 1.
Okay, it's tucked in the back of a cul-de-sac filled with modern features inside and a backyard that's all about the mountain views. That's home number 1 in the desirable neighborhood of La Casada in South Reno. Here you have a single-level, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that's all about the great room with built-ins and tons of natural light. While you may not notice the on-demand tankless hot water system, you will notice the plank flooring subway tile backsplash in the kitchen. The backyard enjoys views of Rose and Slide from the paver patio. The asking price of this over 1,700 square foot home is $779,000, and there's room for a sport court in the backyard. With more about this South Reno home, contact Jennifer Heinrichs. You can reach Jennifer at Better Homes and Gardens, Dracula's Realty, with more information about home number 1.
When you move to a home in a new neighborhood, there's a pretty good chance your family will be zoned for a newer school. Home number 2 in Spanish Springs is zoned for some of the area's newest schools. This 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home has a fresh feel inside with wide horizontal fireplace as the defining feature in the great room. You also find plank flooring and a kitchen with quartz and matching stainless appliances. The primary suite enjoys a private retreat, and the backyard is level, blank slate, ready for your ideas. This over 1,800 square foot home has the asking price of $500,000. To find out more about this Spanish Springs home, you can contact Lee Stevens. You can reach Lee at Better Homes and Gardens, Dracula's Realty, for more about home number 2.
We're going to head south to Carson for home number 3. Now we're going to be just east of the Capitol in the new neighborhood of Little Lane for a creative, almost new home. The first of 4 bedrooms and a full bath are on the ground level. Most of the living will be in the great room with plank flooring. There are mountain views, the kitchen has modern touches, and the primary suite enjoys more views. This home is truly a turnkey home with little exterior maintenance to worry about. This just over 2,300 square foot home is being offered at $570,000. For more about this Carson City home, call Jonathan Aguirre. Call Jonathan at Better Homes and Gardens, Dracula's Realty, for more information about home number 3.
When searching for your next home, you may have some specific boxes to check. With home number 4 in Washoe Valley, you can check off indoor RV parking, in-law suite, and mountain views. Set on nearly a full acre of land, this 5-bedroom, 4-bath home has a beautiful finish inside with updated floors, lighting, and tile-framed fireplace in the family room. The kitchen has an extended breakfast bar with updated appliances. The difference may be the in-law suite with separate entry and full living, kitchen, and bath with incredible views of Slide and Mount Rose. In total, there's almost 3,600 square feet of living space and an asking price of $1,200,000, and you'll love the covered patio out back. If you're interested in this unique Washoe Valley home, contact Bailey Feimster. You can reach Bailey at Better Homes and Gardens, Dracula's Realty, for more about home number 4.
Now, let's show you an impressive custom home in Saddlehorn. When you step into home number 5, you'll love the open living space, but it's the custom touches you'll have to see. This stately residence is designed with 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a den or office, and a 4-car garage. Some of the list of special features includes bamboo and travertine floors and a 22-foot ceiling. The kitchen was finished with hickory cabinets, granite, serving bar, and a nook. Other spaces include a sitting area and spa bath in the primary suite, an extra-large 4-car garage, an incredibly impressive yard with rolling lawns and mountain views. At just over 4,000 square feet, this home is priced at $1,949,000. If you're interested in this saddle home, call Rob Simpson. You can reach Rob at Better Homes and Gardens, Dracula's Realty, with more information about home number 5.
You can reach Rob at Better Homes and Gardens, Dracula's Realty. He'd love to show you that home in Saddlehorn. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going to remind you that Master Service Plumbing is there for your plumbing emergencies, or if you need a plumbing contractor for doing some commercial work, they can do that as well. Here's Master Service Plumbing on The House Detective.
Before the phone rings here at Master Service Plumbing, our team of professionals are getting ready for what comes next. We make sure that our journeyman plumbers have all of the equipment and training necessary to do whatever the next job brings. We make sure to be on time and get the job done quickly so we can keep our rates competitive. And we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for those plumbing emergencies. We're family owned, Master Service Plumbing, fixing Nevada's plumbing since 1991.
Seasons in northern Nevada can range from the harshest of summers to the most dramatic of winters. Hi, I'm Justin with Scott Roofing. Our family-owned business has been servicing roofing needs in northern Nevada for over 75 years. We work with companies like GAF and Malarkey to bring your home a fresh look that will stand up to all the seasons. We're Scott Roofing, roofing homes and commercial businesses for over 75 years.
For this holiday weekend, we thought we'd throw at you kind of a history lesson when it comes to owning a piece of property here in America. And we brought back in our resident history buff. It's Kurt Franke from the law offices of Kurt A. Franke. Okay, you went back, looked through history, looked through time. The word mortgage and having a mortgage doesn't really go back to the founding fathers, does it?
Yeah, I was kind of looking at land ownership when the founding fathers, or in 1776, and found some interesting things. Like, first of all, the transfer of land back then under common law brought over from England, they would have what's called a turf and twig ceremony. So
turf and twig?
So
That's
when
fantastic.
you bought a piece of land, I'd have to cut a piece of turf off of the land if you bought it from me, put a twig on it, and hand it to you in front of witnesses before the deed could be recorded.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense just in a modern sense, witnessing a change of ownership.
That's right.
That's a big part of what we still do today.
You notarize everything, and that's exactly what a notary does, is a notary witnesses.
Okay, so along with a turf and twig, what else did you find?
Well, also that there were mortgages back in 1776, but generally not purchase money mortgages. In other words, you couldn't take a mortgage, a loan out to purchase your property. What they usually did was you took a loan out after you owned the property, and it was collateralized against that property.
Okay, so simplified, and we back it up a little bit. You somehow got this land grant, really is what's going on there.
Could be a land grant, yeah.
Okay, and in order to build on it or maybe plant on it, you needed some funds to make that happen.
Exactly.
And that's when the bank came in, and they didn't do this in 30-year increments, did
No,
they?
they didn't. And once you had land banks, they would start doing mortgages like in the 1700s, towards the end of the 1700s, heavy in the 1800s. But those land grants would be like a 5-year loan. You didn't own the property until you purchased, until you paid that off. And usually you'd have to put up about 50% of the purchase price.
A little history lesson from the law offices of Kurt A. Franke.
For the holiday.
That's right. If you want more than a history lesson, or you need some legal advice when it comes to whether it's business or personal injury, you can sit down with Kurt. How they do so?
You can call my office at 775-827-6100. Speak with Linda, Camille, or Dylan. They'd be happy to set up an appointment, or go to my website, LOCAF, LOKAF.com.
Offices Kurt A. Franke bringing us a little history knowledge. It's great stuff. Thanks, Kurt.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to bring you out to Loca Tile Group. Remember, they have tile, they also have granite, and now they've added cabinetry and outdoor accessories. It's Loca Tile Group here on The House Detective.
Window coverings are so much more than blinds and shutters. They can add a real accent to any room in your home. Here at Accent Window Coverings, our team of professional designers will work with you to find exactly the look and feel your home needs, using brands like Hunter Douglas for a stylish look to any window. Stop by our Hunter Douglas Gallery located on South Virginia in the Winners Crossing Shopping Center inside of Norwalk Furniture Gallery. Accent Window Coverings. We'll get it covered.
This portion of The House Detective is brought to you by Dixon Realty.
We're going to finish up the show with homes from Dixon Realty. We've brought in Tess to join us for the first time. Tess, welcome to the show.
Hi.
You ready to show us homes from Dixon?
I am.
Let's see number one.
Okay, nestled in an old Southwest Reno neighborhood, home number one is all about enjoying panoramic views as well as privacy. Perfectly updated for multi-generational living, you have a split-level design with 4 bedrooms and 3 baths with a daylight basement. Updates are found in each of the different living spaces with highlights like the fireplace in the great room and expansive tile floors. The lower level has a separate entry kitchenette and could be perfect for added income or extended stay guests. Out back is a multi-level deck and it enjoys valley views. This special home has an asking price of $1,272,000 and all the inspections have been completed. To find out about all the upgrades with this Old Southwest home, call Devin Scruggs. You can reach Devin at Dixon Realty for more about home number 1.
Now we're going to bring you downtown and up to the 9th floor. Home number 2 is a mid-level unit in the stylish Montage. This open space has 1 bedroom, but there are 2 full baths with separate access to the balcony that enjoys incredible mountain and valley views. The kitchen has been finished with a Euro feel and solid surface counters with a tile backsplash. The Montage features 24-hour security, a 6th-floor pool, and social area meeting rooms and a workout center. The asking price to this downtown spot is $435,000. For more information about living downtown, call Brenda Collings. You can reach Brenda at Dixon Realty for more information about home number 2.
Room for the family and the big toys, that's home number 3. This single-level Spanish Spring home may have the perfect amount of space. Here you'll find a well-maintained 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that has tons of natural light, updated flooring, and vaulted ceilings. This open concept kitchen is perfect for entertaining with an island and granite. The primary suite has a newer walk-in tub and access to the beautifully landscaped yard with covered patio, spot turf, and room to park all the big toys. The asking price of this almost 2,800 square foot home is $669,000. To find out more about living in Spanish Springs, call Chris Burns. Call Chris at Dixon Realty for more information about home number 3.
Head just past the clubhouse at Dayton Valley Country Club and you'll find a quiet neighborhood and the location of home number 4. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath home enjoys an easy-to-maintain exterior with stucco and rock trim. That ease of living extends inside with expanded large format tile floors through the great room. You'll be close to the course, but your appetite won't suffer with a well-appointed kitchen that includes granite counters, stainless appliances, and ample storage. That easy living lifestyle extends to the backyard with the large patio water feature coming from the raised flower beds. This over 2,200 square foot home has the asking price of $574,000. For more information about this Dayton home, call Loretta Fagan. You can reach Loretta at Dixon Realty with more information about home number 4.
Let's bring you to the exclusive neighborhood of Eagles Nest on the edge of Collin Ranch for home number 5. This impressive home enjoys views and privacy with an exclusive address. The views through the floor-to-ceiling windows across the main living spaces reach across the valley. From the dramatic ceilings to the Brazilian cherry floors, you know this 7,500 square foot home is something special. Each of the 4 bedrooms are full suites and the kitchen was finished with elevated appliances. The daylight basement was finished to include a versatile open space with fireplace and separate theater. The primary suite lives up to expectations for this home. Enjoy this amazing space for the asking price of $3,900,000. For more information about Eagles Nest, call David Hughes. You can reach David at Dixon Realty for more about home number 5.
We want to thank you for joining us. We'll be back here next week, normal time, 5:30, right here on Channel 2. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next week. Take care.
The House Detective has been brought to you by Axia Home Loans, White Lotus, Loca Tile Group, Nicole Williams State Farm Office, First Centennial Title, Campbell's Carpets, Accent Window Coverings, Norwalk Furniture Gallery, Master Service Plumbing, Scott Roofing, Nevada Custom Closets, and Flowers by Patty.